Welcome to the Adult Story Channel, your escape into powerful, emotional stories that mirror real life. Tonight's story is one of love, betrayal, and liberation. Settle in and listen closely. The Red Mug. Eleanor Price had always believed love was made up of little things, the quiet gestures, the shared silences, the unspoken understanding that someone out there knew your favorite mug and how you took your tea. For Eleanor, that mug was red, a chipped ceramic piece she'd had since university. And the man who filled it every morning? That was James Aldridge, her fiancé, her future, her home. They'd been together for 5 years, engaged for one, and set to marry in April. James was a rising star in London's fintech world. Sharp suits, quicker smiles, and the kind of charm that people trusted too easily. Eleanor worked in publishing, loved poetry, and found beauty in the mundane. They made sense, at least she thought they did, until the Red Mug told her otherwise. It was a quiet Saturday morning in early February, the kind where the city still slumbered behind curtains and the frost lingered just a little longer on the window panes. Eleanor had risen early, drawn by habit more than purpose, and walked into the kitchen in her dressing gown, hair tied up lazily. There by the sink were 2 mugs. One was red, hers. The other was dark green, not James's usual one. She picked it up gently, like it might whisper something. Lipstick, faint but there. A plum shade, elegant, not hers. She looked around, her breath caught in a pocket of air that suddenly felt too thin. There was a perfume too, light and floral, not the one she wore, not the one she ever had. Her first instinct wasn't rage. It was stillness. She simply stood there, holding the mug, staring at it like it held the answer to a question she hadn't realized she was asking. Later that morning, James came in from his early jog, his cheeks flushed and eyes bright. He kissed her forehead and made a pot of tea like he always did. He handed her the red mug. She smiled, but something in her smile was changed. She didn't say a word. Not that day. Not the next. Not even when she saw a message pop up briefly on his laptop screen while he made her dinner. Last night was dangerous. And perfect. Ixel. El. It all fell into place. Louisa Hammond, her colleague, her friend, the woman who had sat beside her at the engagement party, toasted them with fake laughter and offered to help with the wedding planning. Eleanor didn't cry. Instead, she did what poets do best, she observed. She made notes. She plotted the ending. 2 weeks later, she suggested a dinner. Just the 3 of them. Let's celebrate, she said sweetly. You two have been working so hard together. I feel I haven't seen Louisa in ages. James hesitated. Louisa didn't. That Friday evening, Eleanor wore the same red dress she had worn when James first said he loved her. She lit candles, made mushroom risotto from scratch, played Billie Holiday softly in the background. Over dinner, she asked innocent questions about work, about late nights, about loyalty. Louisa squirmed. James drank quickly. Then, as the plates were being cleared, Eleanor stood and said, "You know, it's funny. I always thought if James ever cheated, I'd break down, scream, cry. But instead, I find myself liberated." They froze. "I found your lipstick on his mug," she said to Louisa, "and your messages on his laptop. I've read them all. Even the one where you said I was fragile and boring." Louisa's face turned pale. James opened his mouth. "Eli, no, Eleanor interrupted softly. You don't get to speak now." She placed a small box on the table. Inside it was her engagement ring. "I canceled the venue. Told my parents. Closed the joint account." Oh, and Louisa, HR received an anonymous email with screenshots of your little after-hours arrangements. You want to look into that first thing Monday. Eleanor turned on her heel, picked up her red mug, and walked out the door. That night, she stayed at a friend's. She didn't cry. She didn't call anyone. She simply sipped tea from her red mug and smiled, for the first time in weeks, not because she was fine, but because she was finally free. If you enjoy that story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who loves a good twist. For more captivating adult stories, full of emotion, betrayal, love, and unforgettable endings, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale. This is your escape your secret world of stories. Until next time, stay curious.